hours.
Yeah. Recording I started. Yes, Suthan, you asked me that question.
Yeah, Gopi. The thing is, I created a couple of sales orders now. So the first one, I created the order number was 61. But over there, I mentioned the delivery date as 15th of August. And then I created one more sales order, which the delivery date was today, 12th. And the second one I created, the order number was 59. Now this order number, normally whenever we create it goes sequentially, right? But how come the one I created first is 61 and the second is 59? Is it because of the delivery date?
No. That is number range. OR. See, just few minutes back I created it was 60. Okay. Today. I mean, this is taking some time. Australia time, but see, the date is 12 in our system, but it is taking 13, means some Australia time. They are ahead of us. Some system data are issue, but let me see the number range. Barbie Belek number range for ST documents. This one and 01, right? Hours. If standard is behaving differently, means some guys are changing the code. In code also you can assign the number range. So number range 1 and 2. Internal is 1. External assignment is 02. So I'll go here. One is 61. The next one, whichever I create, it will be 61.
No, it came as 59.
Gopi, the first one we created came as 61. And the second one we created came as 59.
And then how come created for me? Wait.
That's what I don't understand.
See, it is showing 12/8. Everything created today. Oh, everybody we created at maybe a few half an hour before, right?
Yeah.
Even see, I was creating at 8:30. 61 was created 8:39. This is correct. But how come this was created? And there is open your system like this. System user status. In the menu, anyone system status. Okay, listen, this is also important. Generally, okay, how do we see? We are in India, server is in US or UK. If you see, this will show the system time always. This is the actual time. Okay, and 9/8 means it is showing India time only. Correct? Server is in India. But how come log and date is taking up, I mean, maybe it is using a different time zone. There is a discrepancy there. System time is today, log on date is 13. There is some issue with the configuration of the time zone. Okay, wait, I'll check that. You can check, you see that you can check it in status, use system status. And also, okay, since I opened the screen, I'll tell you what is this. It don't. 1 second, I'm getting one call. 1 second.
Hello. Hello.
Gopi is on mute.
Yeah, sorry. So if somebody asks what is the T code you executed, if somebody is sharing the screen, here also you can click that. In the drop down, it will show. I'll show that once I open that. Here also it shows what T code you opened. Okay. And somebody asks program, right? Which program you are using, especially functionals, they'll not be knowing a technical knowledge. This program you can copy paste and give it to them. And moreover, generally in SAP they'll ask which database you use. Okay, here HANA database. Since I opened this screen, I'm telling this. Okay, this is out of a topic. HANA database. And maximum people will ask which SAP version you are using. Okay, for that you have to click the product details. Come to installed product version. SAP on-premise. You are using S4 HANA 2023. This one you have to tell. You have worked on S4 HANA 23. Okay. This one the last. Now, system status. Any of your screen you can open. Okay, it's not like that. Now we ask user profile. Maybe the time zone is different. That's why I'm just checking why that mismatch. See. So this is user uses in this format, decimal format. This people will ask. If you want to change comma to full stop to comma here, see. India uses this one, but right now they have scheduled comma to decimal, decimal to comma. Okay, that you can change. If you want your date date format change also, right? That you can do here. See, US people will use month first and then date, right? but Indians we use date, month and year. So whichever format the profile you want, you can use. And here also, you want 12 hours format, just like our system settings in laptop. Time zone, it is showing as Kolkata. See, system time, system zone, it is UTS minus 12. I don't know how come it is. Time zone India, that is correct. Asia Kolkata. UTC minus is our this one. Why it is coming as that time? UTC minus 5:30, right? What is our time zone? Okay, this is, I don't know, that number range maybe some, I don't know, it should not be. Let's see if you create in the next number, which one it will create. Okay, that I'll check it. Maybe something has happened. Either developer, they can write a code. Okay, use this number in the number range. Maybe somebody is doing that. We don't know in the backend. If you want to know that, then we have to ask developer to debug. This is the, I mean, real-time scenario. You'll check the config. Config, it says the next number is 61, but how come 61 was created? We don't know. Okay. Hello.
Yes, Gopi, got it.
Yeah, Gopi.
Yeah, now, okay, just I'll show my, I mean, just you see this screen, probably you can understand something. I mean, because every time if I start talking concepts only, you don't get that feel. So that's why, what is my, I mean, just I'll show inquiry, quotation. I mean, you know, right? Inquiry is the starting one where you inquire, for that you create a quotation. Against that you create a standard order. We do on delivery and then invoice. This is one flow. Afterwards, for this invoice, say for example, I'll just want to talk about credit and debit. Invoice is created and customer, they call and say, hey, you charge a higher price. We talked for 100 rupees, but you charge 120 rupees in the inquiry or quotation or whatever. That was the agreement, but you charged extra. Then what they'll do, customer, I mean, you have to give him back 20 rupees, right? See, 120 rupees, what was the agreement? 100 rupees. But you invoiced for 120 rupees. So then he'll say 20 rupees you extra charged me. I mean, for the payment he has done. So then he has to give, company has to give him a return amount, right? 20 rupees. So for that, they create a credit memo request against to invoice. And credit memo request is again sales document type, okay? For that credit memo request, they create a credit memo. It means this is the order related billing. There is no delivery. This is a document type, SD document type, sales document type. It's a request. That's what, don't get confused. People say credit memo request, that is a document type. Generally, create a credit memo, they say, but with reference to what? You need a reference. For that, you need to create a credit memo request. Similarly, debit memo. Say, for example, you charge very less. You have to take extra money from customer. Then create a debit memo. Okay. Now, today I'll just talk about copy control and this one. This one. Okay. Can I create a flow or should I just explain like that?
Create a flow.
Please create a flow.
So you'll be familiar. Okay. See. Oh, sorry. I want to tell a couple of controls also, which we have not discussed. So first is inquiry. What is the T code? V11. Okay, I was telling here, you can check quickly with this drop down. What is your system you are accessing? User, program, T code. How much time? This is important. How much time it took, response time? This is divided by millisecond. Milli is 10 power minus 3, right? Means 1000. 10 seconds it took to give the screen. Okay, I mean, just this is for reference. T code you can see here from the top down. Now I'll just create inquiry. What is inquiry? I know the sold party. GTR inquiry. Oh, I came, somebody, this customer comes on this day to inquire for this material. What is the cost? Okay. Again, it's Zewell ZPP. Okay. If you maintain condition record, it works automatically, but no condition record is there. So you have to manually give that. So whenever you try to create order, you have to check the incompletion bar. This is simple. Just check the item category. Okay. Sometimes some people may ask, "Hey, what is the item category for this one?" I mean, the basic item category like TAN, AFN. Okay. In the initial time, they may ask, but afterwards, nobody will ask this. In real time, people will not create. Okay. Inquiry is created. Now, okay, see, I'll tell you one more thing. That day I showed, right? I'll go and create a delivery. If it is a OR, we'll go and create a, we'll click here, right? That day I showed deliver.
Yes, Gopi.
Yeah. Now, just curious, create with reference. I'll show that as well. But I want to tell you, what is this create subsequent order? Just I'll click, okay? Simply create subsequent order. Now, system will do wait, open this one. Oh, sorry. When you click on create subsequent order, how system will find the next document, which document type to be created? Can anyone answer? If you have seen that config means control field. See, this is the
Can you
inquiry.
repeat again? Gopi, can you repeat the question?
See, I'm in this inquiry. Like deliver and all. Create subsequent order. When
Quotation?
how system will get to know it has to create Qt document?
So it will create a quotation based on the inquiry. Okay, previously.
Correct, sir. That is a
So
flow.
from quotation, it will again
No.
create an order.
Correct. That is a flow. You know the theory. See, by automatically it has come Qt, right? I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if I hit here, okay. The document type, but document type it showed Qt, correct? Automatically. How it did? I mean, just I want to show that control. That's why I'm talking this much. You know what is my inquiry quotation? Sorry, inquiry document type.
IN?
IN.
Yeah. So it's, see, inquiry, quotation, sales order, all are same. It's just a differentiated based on the document category. A means inquiry, B means quotation, C means order. All are document types only. Even okay, these three are same. It's only just a document category, they differ. Now, and one more interview question. I just want to tell, now I saw that. In general, I ask this interview question wherever I want. Say, for example, you guys are creating, somebody, yesterday, Sudharani asked, there is a free of charge document type. Okay. What is that? If free of charge, I forgot the document type. They call FOC, okay? Free of charge is FOC. Okay, I couldn't find it, it's fine. I don't want to waste time here. There is an option. In the interview, they'll ask if there are 10 document types available. Say, for example, you are using OR and ZOR, assume. OR was the standard you are using, and later you are upgrading to ZOR. Some configs you did and all. Okay, but from January onwards, you have to create a ZOR order. But till these years, people are using OR order type. So those who create order, they'll just by default, they'll enter OR only, right? Because of so many years, they enter the same value. Going forward, I don't want to create the document, any sales order from that document type. There is an option here, block the sales document. If you set if you set X, sales document type is blocked. Going forward, you can't create any, though configuration is there, okay? It's just like locking the sales order, sales document type, okay? Sales type is blocked. And another control field, this you have to note down. In the interview, this is the interview question. If you set the option A, means you can't create the document type using VA01. VA01 is a manual order creation. This is via IDOC. Through IDOC or through code, you can create, not manually. This is the option. Whenever you see sales document type, go each field, control field, and press F1 and try to this one. This is the interview question. Everybody asks this. Like how I don't want my, they'll put it in different English words. I don't want my order to be created via VS01. It has to be created via code or a through interface. How do you do? You just come and set the option as A so that you can't create manually. That is via VA1. If you don't want that document type to be created at all, set this option X. Okay, this is a control field. See,
What do you
way
mean
when
by don't want the document created at all?
you put it as X. If you put it as X, document type is blocked. Means block is nothing but you can't do further. That's what. Say for example, okay, from new
Gopi,
onwards, we are changing
sorry
some
to
process.
interrupt, Gopi.
Mm-hmm.
If it is document is blocked, you mean to say only the particular like OR, if we want to block only that particular document will be blocked, not other documents, right?
No,
Like inquiry quotation.
no. In this example, inquiry, yes, whichever document type you block, only that will block. Because
Okay.
we are inside the sales document type, sales order type. That is control for this one only. That day I didn't tell, I forgot. That's what we can't tell each field by field in SAP what is there. Important things will see. Now I remembered this, so I'm just telling. Interview question. Whenever you go to Vivo V8 or the sales document type, now you know. You have to check the item category. You have to check the internal number range. What is that number maintained? And this one block. Okay.
Oh, Gopi, only automatic creation means that is conversion from quotation to order. What it is exactly?
No. See, there are multiple ways to create order. In real time, nobody creates via VA01. Okay, if daily if you are getting 1,000 orders, nobody will sit and do manually. If
It
it is
means like web order, or could you please
you
explain?
consider as a web order, okay? Or
Mhm.
in Amazon, okay. In Amazon, you place a request for some something, sorry, whatever, Philips trimmer, okay? You just place a request there. That is a B2B scenario. But Amazon, when they send PO to Philips company, then nobody will come and sit manually and type. There is a interface, link will be done. Automatically, it creates a sales order via IDOC. Or now the latest concept is what is that? Postman. Oh, what is that? They call some technical name for that. Wait. Into via BAPI, into me IDOC, and one more API, via API, application programming interface. There will be an underlying code to create a sales order. All the necessary details will be passed through that API that will come and create. This is the job of a ABAPer. Okay. In real time, people does this way. Okay. They via API, it will come and create a sales order. Okay. Probably if I get a chance, I'll try to show IDOC, but I don't know how much it is system is. If it is there, I'll show. Otherwise, no. You will hear that words IDOC, intermediary document, or API. Sales order gets created. It will be on, you can see that in VA03, but you can't create via VA01. I mean, nobody sets that block, but real time everything comes from a system. Nobody will put a only create via IDOC. In case something error happens, people will do it in VA01 in case, very rare case. Now number range you got, increment line item number 10 to 20, how it is changing. It is telling every time add 10 next increment number. I wanted to show this control field. See, create in that subsequent order type. For enquiry, they put the next subsequent order type is QT. From this, it is determining the QT whenever you are trying to create. Okay. And there is one more thing. This one, proposal for pricing date. Which day pricing to be determined? I mean, price has to be happened. Say you are creating today, you are requesting 10 days later. By default, it will be today's date. See, for this inquiry, what is that? Where was that? A means based on the requested delivery date, that date will be considered to determine the price. Say, for example, right? Like today for tomato, there is a 40 rupees kg. Tomorrow, it will be 30. Day after tomorrow, because of festival, it will be 100. So that's why price is determined based on what date. So based on the date, it determines. So which date to consider? Either requested delivery date, or valid from date, or contract start date, or today's date. So this is valid from date. Okay. This too, I wanted to tell you that. So yeah, and one more thing I wanted to tell you this. Wait. Okay. You want to classify anything, it's just an indicator, but let me see what is that. Even I don't know. I mean, I never use this indicator. See, this one, it is only display to classify, that's it. Okay, I'll talk about, you are aware of database tables? TVAC.
Yes, Gopi, be back.
Yeah. So TVAC, I mean, Okay, I'll show how to see what table it is using. I mean, I'm just teaching how to catch the fish, okay? I can't give all the tables which we use. Go here, utilities, change logs. Change logs means whoever is changed for this. Simply I'll give from 1st of this month. You can see who has changed. Okay. If you click that, it will show evaluate change logs. Here you can see the underlying table. See, GTR9, SM30. What was the old value? New value. GTR9, this person old, new. Something is changing, okay? Maybe some field we changed. Okay, here you can see TBAC. This is the table for sales document type. This is how you will identify the tables. Nobody will ask this, but it will be helpful for you to in the real-time experience. What is the table underlining for that? So that's what indicator says. This is only in TBAC table. For displaying TBAC table, just to identify what this for your kind of a note type. Okay, now I'll create a quotation. How quotation is created? VA21. Now I'll talk about copy control also. This is important. I mean, see, now I'm just creating code. I'll not go inside and type everything because I need a reference, right? This is next linking document. If you create with reference, it will show the next linking document in the document flow. Give your inquiry. You can click copy. If you just give copy, what it does?
Copy all the information from inquiry document.
Yeah. How it happens? Always you should think that the question should come how, why, when will happen. That's it. Okay. For a test, okay, in a functional, I mean, in a real-time environment, I mean, from IT perspective, you are a functional resource. There are testing resource, okay? Probably Sudha can understand that. I guess she has worked in that real-time scenario. Testers or test engineers, people call. Whatever you do the config, people just test it, okay? Their job is to just check, okay, create quotation, enter, save, no errors, right? Okay, success, they'll say. So that's the difference between test engineer and a functional. You are a functional. Functional should think how, why, when. So now I just create with reference to, I gave that reference number. See, I didn't give sold to number, nothing I gave. Automatically material, quantity, everything came. I mean, price it didn't determine because it's a manual condition. How come all the values came? Can anybody tell me?
Because in subsequent you have mentioned that
Correct.
Inquiry, yeah, an inquiry.
Correct. Correct. Well and good. But there should be, I mean, I can tell that is what we understood from a theory, but back end there is a copy control. This is important. I'll show that. I don't know if I open one Excel, another Excel will not open in my laptop. This is important. There are 6 copy controls. Copy control. Okay, I'll just write the T codes. VT, AA, I'll tell you. What is that? I'll tell you. VT, LA, VT, FA, like that. VT, VTFL, VTFF, VT, AF. So I just show. I don't know whether I've entered the right one. I can confirm. You should know how to search. VTAA is there, VTF is there. So I've written that, right? VTAA, VTAA. VTFA, VTFF, VTFI. Correct, right? These things. FA, FL, FF. VTLA. Okay, these T codes. Okay, there are 6 copy controls in interview question. They'll say, how many copy controls are there? Can you tell me the T code? How do you remember? Simple. VT is the fixed. The next letter is target, and this is source. Simple. And I'll explain you how it is. How to remember, okay? First 2 letters is fixed. This is a target, this is a source. Simple. A means sales order. L means delivery. F means invoice. So you guys know like T code. Just how do you remember? You can't remember everything. So the shortcut to remember is, how do you create a sales order? VA01. A. Okay, remember the sales order. How do you create delivery? VL. Okay, L. How do you create invoice? VF. F. That one. Okay, simple. Now you know this notation. What is this copy control? Here, VT. What is my source? Enquiry is a sales, right? Sales order. Quotation is also a sales order, right? I told A, B, C are sales order only. Correct?
Yes. Yes.
So the T code to remember is source is A, enquiry. Target quotation is also sales order. So the T copy control is from sales order to sales order copy. I mean, sales order means sales document type to sales document type. That is VTAA. We are creating. This is T code. Similarly, VT. Okay, I'll just. I mean, this is what I mean, I learned this. Okay, I mean, nobody has explained this, but I found this shortcut. From sales order is A. Delivery. Whenever you create from sales order to with reference to delivery, I mean, with reference to source, I mean, sales order you create delivery means sales to delivery, right side to left. This is the only SAP we use right to left. Generally, we use the other way, right? From like how we write. This is right to left, source to target. From sales to invoice, that is order related billing. This is now from are you guys following? From delivery to, if you are creating an invoice, automatically data copies, that is from delivery to invoice. Then from invoice to invoice, you can create invoice to invoice, any copy. From invoice to, you can create a sales order, that is credit memo request. I created with reference to invoice. Credit memo request, credit memo I created, credit memo request I created, that is a sales document type. With reference to what? Invoice. Invoice is nothing but F. Okay. Now, simple, I'll show. VTAA. This is important. People will ask copy control. Okay. If you see here, source to target, click here. The first field is this one. That is QT. What is my second source? Enquiry. Enquiry to quotation, correct?
Okay, the source is previous document and the target is the current document.
Corresponding document. Yeah.
Corresponding, yes. Like father and a kid. Now, I mean, it will show the corresponding database table is, because I want to show that as well. TV, see, TVPA, TVPL, TVPF. Okay, now it is A is order. I mean, this is by experience you'll get. So I want inquiry. I told second is a source, first is a quotation. This one. If the item category is blank, that is a header data. Okay. Now I'll just, I mean, concentrate here. I'll click here, the document, that is inquiry to quotation copy. These are all copying requirements. It says copy header, same customer. There is an underlining code for this. Okay. This is more of ABAP, but you should know this. Copy VBAC data, copy VBKD data, copy VBPA. These
Gopi,
tables.
this automatically occurs or we have to select based on the
No,
option?
that's what config. This is a configuration. Generally, by default, SAP, I mean, if you take this one, IN and QT, this is the standard SAP has given. SAP has given this information. Okay. Now, that's why we ask, don't change the standard SAP. If you do, if you just think, or it is not that simple. There is underlining, right? Or if you change Qt, there are a lot of underlining things. It will affect. That's why standard SAP should not change. Now I'll just show how ABAPer will find. I mean, this much is important. Select this, click on this ABAP editor, then it will open a SAP ABAP screen. SE38 screen it will open. That is the program you have to give to customer, I mean the developer. For this, you'll write an enhancement if you want to change the logic. Okay. This is routine ka program, routine ka program. This is okay. Now it says copy item number. So whatever the item number you give there, that will be copied. Okay. Now I'm in a header data. There is an item level also, right? What to copy? This is the copy control. In copy control, you can change. AFN is the inquiry. Double click. AFN to AGN. These data will be copied and also see copy schedule lines. Here, what is the pricing type? I mean, this is everywhere same. B. I mean, should I carry the new pricing? Whenever we create a new quote, say for example, this you are creating after 6 months. You have to do the new pricing, right? That's why they make B option, standard SAP. That day you determine what is the price. Positive and negative quantity. Everywhere these fields are same. Positive, I mean the quantity is positive or negative. And if you see this update document flow, if you have select this, then whenever you do the document flow, it will be showing up. Now let's do F1. System whether creates a document flow records. A VBFA is the document flow table. VBFA. See, for example, it says this is important. Just, I mean, whenever you get time, just read the things, okay? See, document flow record contains all the information copied from source to target. The system uses document flow determine the status of the source document. I mean, if you do space means do not create document flow. It creates a, I mean, document flow, they've given in depth what it has to be. If you change the options. And also copy schedule line. Now schedule lines, you know, what is our schedule line? 80, I guess, I don't know, 80 maybe. 80 is copied to target nothing. Similarly, now I'm going to create QT2. QT2 order. Similar. Now you know how to create a delivery against, I mean, so I'll use VTLA from order to delivery. This is copy control. Okay. You need to go. What is my delivery type? LF from OR what to be created. See? Go header. Header means here details. This header data will be copy, but they have not mentioned copy item number. Now item category from TAN. Ours is a TAN. I mean, it just shows what to be done. Here it won't be having any pricing because delivery will not talk about pricing. Here you can write your own logic. That is ABAP will do. This is copy control. I wanted to tell you this topic, copy control. These T codes, I mean, oh, okay. Space you can consider here. I don't know. Wait. Mhm. Now I was creating quotation. Okay, just I'll just maintain the price. Now I'll just, since I don't know, I'll just click on the incompletion level. Anything I'm missing. It says quotation value and pricing date. Select all. You have to input. If you are creating by IDA conduct, no. See, quotation always will have a valid from and valid to, because you can't just take quotation for 1 kg rice 60 rupee. After 10 years, if you come and ask, give me for the inquiry, you gave the quotation of 60 rupees per kg, it doesn't make sense, right? That's why they keep a valid date. Within what 10 days, if you come, only that time this much rate. Okay. When that pricing happened, you can give this pricing. I mean, say AFN, AGN item category, AFN, AGN. Now I know the quotation. Now I create a subsequent order. I mean, I'll use, I mean, because I don't think so for QT they maintained as OR. Let me see. If they maintain that config, then it will come. Customer reference and customer reference date I didn't give because that is not a mandatory field in the incompletion law. Okay, it is come. See, because I automatically it is popping. Just I want to show this, okay? Just all the time I was clicking copy. Now I'm just showing item selection. Item selection is nothing but if you have 10 line items, 10 line items, you can copy only 5 or 4, whatever. Right now, in our case, only one line item is there by default selected. If you have multiple, you can choose whichever you want. Yeah, and also the quantity. Since I have only one line item, one quantity, I'm just choosing this. You can at least it's a edit screen type before doing. Okay, since I know this will ask, I'm just giving. Okay, good. Now you know inquiry code and order. Okay, just I'll show 63. Is anybody back and doing some order creation? 62 also it's done. Anybody creating order?
Yes, I did copy.
Hmm.
I was converting from inquiry to order.
Okay. So that right. Okay.
Yeah.
So now you can click delivery or okay. So far I created the document flow. You can see this document flow. Wherever you see this, it is going to show what all my flow. See, I created inquiry. Inquiry below that there is a quotation. Below the quotation there is a standard order. Getting? Now I'll create a delivery. That day I was just mentioning. Oh, order time is. Shall I extend for another half an hour? If you all say okay, I'll extend, otherwise no. Hello?
Can you make it like, can you finish it in 15 minutes? Good.
15 minutes, okay. Okay, I'll do. Quickly I'll show. So now delivery is about to create delivery. You can just check the status overview. Just, okay, picking is not done. Goods movement is yet to done. Billing is yet to do. I'll just save. See, some configurations will be there. Automatically picking happens. In some places, but I'll go inside. Okay. My quantity is 1. What is my picked quantity? That I need to manually make it. Means I'm picking now.
This picking quantity should be mentioned manually in the time of delivery, right? Or picking
Yeah,
would be.
manually. See, there are so many concepts. Okay, this is the easy way. But some people they say no. If they implement warehouse management, then transfer order concept comes. Okay, then they have to create a transfer order to pick it. That is more complex. Okay, easy way is picking quantity. Now I'll just show. Okay, in the status overview, see picking is completed. Say then goods movement is yet to be done. GM is goods movement. PS is billing status. So goods movement, you can go inside or there is one more here. Goods movement, PGI, I always keep telling the PGI, nothing but a post goods issue that you can see inside or here. Just I'll show. Packing also you can do. There is a packing button. I don't know whether that field is there. I'll show or else tomorrow I'll show. So, packaging material is work material. You know that material type is MARA verb. Material type. Work is the packaged material type. So I'll just click how many materials are there. Work. Yeah, so I'll just see whether it does the packing. It is not required as per this flow. Okay, this material is not extended. Okay, I'll show. I'll create one example and I'll show. Okay, this is extra. Picking, then packing, right? This for this flow, it is not requesting packing to be mandatory, but I'll show. Now I can click VGI, means I'm doing a goods issue, sending out of it. But now, till now, nobody asked where are the God, somebody did something. See, now somebody did something. I can't do the PGI. So a few minutes back I did. Somebody changed the finance setting. That's why it is not allowing. Okay. This is the problem with SAP. If somebody doesn't know what they're doing, and if they change, it will affect everybody globally. Okay. I can't do anything because that has to be fixed by finance. Ledger, universal ledger is a finance topic. So that's why in a project, all the functionals will be there, all modules, FM, FI, MMSD. Anything happens, they'll reach out to individual respective. But I'll just quickly show what will happen. Because if I just do the picking request, it generates one number, that's it. Confirmation of service, that's it. Okay. It generates this number. Financial posting will happen. That is because goods moving out, and that has to be accounted. Then we create an invoice. I don't think so I can create invoice because PGI is not done. You go to VF01, enter the delivery number, hit enter and just save. That's it. Automatically invoice generates. That is the invoice. For this invoice, there is a accounting document. Now, nobody asked me where are the sales document type. Nobody asked me what is the control for sales document type. Delivery document type. Number range, everything is there, right? OVLK are nothing but go to delivery and delivery document type in the SPRO. LF. Here, see, document category is J is delivery, A, B, C. C is a sales order, J is a delivery. In SAP, you keep, okay, what is the document category? J. Number range, the same concept, it's just a different number range. Sometimes this is an interview question. I'll tell you this. Always delivery is created with reference to order, right? See, always in LF is sales order required. Blank means you can create without any reference. Assume if you are creating without any reference, how it will work? But delivery requires always a reference order type. Since you selected, assume if you select no preceding documents required, the default order type by system will take DL. Okay, let's see here. F1. What is default order type? The default pseudo order type for deliveries are delivery items that do not refer to an existing order. When you create a delivery document that do not refer to existing order, you must provide some control criteria that are normally copied from sales order header to delivery. Pseudo order type. These people will ask, what will be the default order type? They may say, even if you don't give the order type, which order type it will refer? Default is DL. This DL you can see here. By default, system will consider this in case. That is the interview question. People will ask that. See? If you see here, okay, I'll go inside that mix meaning. I was telling, okay, shit. DL. This is order type C, I mean document category. See, they blocked it. Means this is just for the system. It is blocked. You cannot create anything directly. See, DL, you never create a document type. It is just for delivery to refer. That's why the SAP itself has blocked. You understood the functionality here?
Yes, Gurpreet, got it.
So that is the block. Similarly, item. What is the item number 202? I mean, not do, don't go. Output determination procedure, which procedure it use for this route to be checked or not. If there is auto packing concept, if you enable this, automatic packing will happen like that. And there is one more. This is OVLK. There is zero VLK. What is it? Zero V, no, zero VLP, OVLK and OVLP. Ours was 10 item category. Here I'll show something important. In the delivery, I was telling storage location is determined at a delivery level. Okay. If you say storage location required, if you check this, then delivery will always ask for storage location. Determine storage location. It will, if you enable here, system will determine the storage location based on that logic. This is relevant for picking. If the delivery is relevant, you want to make that line item relevant for picking, then you have to pick it either by adding the one. I mean, we added one right there. That is relevant for picking. That it was asking to pick, so we picked it. Okay, this is one setting. There is one more. OVLP. Earlier I gave zero VLP. Now this is OVLP. Item category, whether it is relevant for picking. Here only direct shortcut. Similarly, for VOFA, for billing, okay? For billing, only billing is this one. What is our billing type? ZF2. You can check for OR what is the billing type from the document type ZF2. Okay. Oh, sorry, F2. That was in my previous company, we use ZF2. Okay. Z, that is customized. In real time, people does customize. Here also say number range, increment number, document category is M. Okay. If I cancel the invoice, what will be the cancel document type? It is S1. Okay. Now here also they have given output determination procedure, output type and all, application V3. The main thing in the interview they'll ask, as soon as the invoice is created, it will generate the accounting document. Some people say, I don't want accounting document to be generated immediately. In that case, in the configuration, you have to enable this posting block. If you enable this checkbox, then it says the system, it blocks the accounting transfer. It stops the accounting transfer. In that case, what you can do, manually you can trigger, like manually you can. Let's see whether I have that field appears or not. This is released to accounting, manually you can do. If I just save the invoice, automatically it generates the accounting number. Since if you enable the posting block, then it is an option manual, you can come and do. Sometimes you should not create automatically everything. In some scenarios, people will come and check, okay, if all my invoice is correct, then he'll approve to release to accounting. Once you click here, release to accounting, that is the end of SD consultant job. Automatically, it will go to finance. This is the interface. From here, finance will take it up. It generates the accounting document where it has GL account, all those things, okay? It is more of finance, not more of finance, it is finance. Our job is to hit this gate. If it is automatic, then automatically it creates an accounting document. Then it is a finance job, not SD functional job. Okay. So, okay, with this, I know, I don't want to extend more because they said 15 minutes, I'll stop at now. Any questions?
No, Gopi. It's clear till now.
Okay. So far. So how many classes? Wait, 1 second. See, I just put a water light it ST flow from inquiry quote sales order delivery billing. I mean, I'll show billing sometime. And copy control I explained. Okay, copy control. Delivery type, billing type, controls. Okay, so far I have taken how many class? 13.5 hours. Almost 13 days class I have taken. Okay, in terms of hours.
Yes, Gopi.
Yeah, any questions?
No questions as of now.
Okay. So with this, we'll stop and we'll continue tomorrow. Okay. Thank you, team. Thank you. Thanks
Sure.
for your.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gopi.
Thank you.
Bye.